Is that definitely it?
No question. I'm not kidding, Terry. The bloke was set to rip me off from the word go.
Yeah, I never fancied this sort of job. Every time I've done it for Arthur, the punter turns out to be on the dole, living in one room with about 10 kids.
Oh, yeah. Well, he shouldn't be spending 250 quid on his V-Reg Granada.
Didn't, did he?
Exactly. Honest, that kind of debt could put me out of business.
Yeah, well, I'm only going to have a polite word with him.
I don't care how polite you are, just get me money.
Hang about.
Hey, Terry, that's not him.
Can I have a quiet word, pal?
From Mr. Merrick.
No. I'm from Des. He wants to know when you're going to pay for that new gearbox. I'm afraid you can't just sit there, Sunbeam. He wants his money, and he wants it now.
Oh, dear, oh, dear.
Get the hell out of it! Get the stuff!
Excellent lunch.
Very tasty. No, I must say, I thought it lowered the tone of the place, serving up that fried bread.
Crucial.
Oh, now you're talking. Top-notch, that.
I was going to suggest that we finalise things over another brandy.
Where were you thinking of? I mean, it's well after 3.
Well, we would go to my club, but it's being redecorated. Look, why don't we go to yours? I believe you mentioned it earlier.
Ah. Yes. Well...
Where'd you go?
The Winchester Club, please.
Where?
What?
All right here, Miss Matthews?
Yes, fine.
I'll just order the drinks.
Good.
Arthur. 2 large brandies, please. And Dave, better make it the good stuff.
Would this be a cash transaction, Arthur?
Now, on the slate, Dave. And Dave, do us a favour.
That depends, Arthur.
Make it Mr. Daly, will you?
Mr. Daly?
Just for the day.
It's true.
Oh, and bring them over, will you?
There will be a service charge.
It's a bit bohemian, but the members like it.
Yes, it's the sort of place I imagine small-time criminals drinking in.
Your brandies, Mr. Daly?
Thank you, David.
You'll forgive me for not pulling the forelock, Mr. Daly, but the doctor has told me to leave it out on account of going blind.
Bit of a character.
In the past 3 months, 2 diamond merchants have been robbed in broad daylight. Now, on both occasions, they were carrying gems worth over £20,000. And on both occasions, they were travelling distances of not more than a couple of 100 yards. They were unaccompanied.
Leaving themselves wide open, weren't they?
On the other hand, one doesn't want to walk around the garden with a couple of uniformed security guards.
Oh, no, of course one doesn't.
Dealing in precious gems is a delicate and complex business, Daly. Large sums of money changing hands, sharp fluctuations in the market, heavy gains, heavy losses. Discretion is essential.
Large sums of money changing hands. Heavy gains. Rest assured, Mr. Matthews, you and I speak the same language. And I can supply you with just the help you need.
Good. There's a phone message, Mr. Daly. A certain Desmond calling on behalf of Mr. Terence McCann to inform you that Mr. Terence McCann has landed himself right in it.
David, you must stop pulling my leg, or I'll have to report you to the committee.
I am the committee.
Helping him! Helping him! That's what really hurts.
Oh, cheers, Arthur.
Arthur, Des is skint, right? Now, this bloke owes him money for work he did on the motor. And don't talk to me about hurting.
But this fellow was a real wimp. Yeah, one look at Terry would have paid up.
Oh, yeah? What happened? No, don't tell me. He'd taken a crash course in karate since the last time you saw
He was
him.
a different fella. Look, I chanced on the motor a couple of streets from my gaff, right? So I go and tell Terry, and we go around and wait for the fella to turn up. And when he does, it's not him.
And where were you during this fracas?
I did my best.
Yeah, snug and cosy in a van, I bet.
He's been taking notes from you, hasn't he?
Oh, I know about his lot. They have to buy jocks to score their goals for them.
I don't like football, as it happens.
Well, you're still a bloody hooligan.
Look, keep your choking, Arthur. It's not that serious. It's just a fracture of a small bone there. I'll be back to normal soon.
Oh, yeah? And what am I supposed to do in the meantime? I mean, you are my
Meal ticket?
employee.
Get out.
Look, I've been knocking myself out for the past 2 days to get you in with that diamond merchant. Look, couldn't the doctor take it off just for 1 day? How far up does it go?
Nah, get off! Get off!
Well, I assume you'll be fit enough for your 2 hours at the boozer tonight.
Oh, do leave me alone. I'm not a well person.
Oh, God. Well, get yourself halfway human for tomorrow morning.
Oh, Arthur,
What?
I was just wondering, you know that gasket I put in a couple of months back? Could you see your way to...
What?
Oh, nothing. Just a thought, that's all.
And so it shall remain, Desmond, my son. So it shall remain.
Wait, Des. Are you certain you didn't know that geezer? Or his mates?
I swear to God, Terry, that wasn't the puncher I put the new gearbox in for. Yeah, he must have sold the motor, the rotten slag. I'll just drive round the block, he says. Yeah, see how it feels. 10 minutes later, I'm still waiting there like a right Nelly. Mind you, if I'd known you were walking into that ruck, I'd have never have asked you. I mean, I'm sorry, Terry. I really am. If there's anything I can do for you...
Well, there is, as it happens.
What?
You can buy me a beer.
Terry, don't be silly. You're not a well person.
That's medicinal, isn't it?
No. Trouble is, I've still got this problem.
What problem?
Well, that 250 was my last chance. I might have to shut up shop. It's as bad as that. No.
Right, listen, make sure you finish my motor first, all right?
Well, thank you for your sympathy.
Hello.
You.
It's nice, isn't it?
Hey, you won't mind bugging me a bit in advance, would you?
No, it's a favour, isn't it? Anyway, I'm skint. I'm sorry, mate.
Joe, do you want to sit
No,
down?
Baz. No, I'm all right, thanks.
I
no.
think you're too a man in your condition.
You're talking about a man in my condition.
Pregnant, you know.
Get out of here.
The point is, Terry, you'll be on wages tomorrow. You know, with that diamond fella.
Desmond, you've got to bear in mind that Arthur knows nothing about the Trades Description Act, right?
What?
Well, if he says we're taking Fleet Street by storm, I know that I'll be minding the local newsagents for the next couple of days. So we'll see about diamonds and wages and all that tomorrow, right?
Get off!
All right, be like that.
No, I'm sorry, it's me eye, that's all. Oh.
How'd you do that then?
These two silly sods got themselves into a fight with some young fellas.
Is that funny?
It wasn't so much a fight as
No,
a...
it was a bleeding ambush, wasn't
Yeah,
it?
an ambush.
The can got ambushed by a young fella. Where can we find him, Terry?
They weren't that young.
Yeah, we're moving in the wrong age group, Carol.
Yeah, let's leave the poor old devils in peace. They probably want a nice, quiet game of dominoes.
Hey, Carol, you can shuffle my dominoes any time you like. It's not a bad idea, that. Do you fancy it?
What?
A game of dominoes?
Eh?
Or do you prefer a crib? Hey, how about a game of darts?
Desmond?
Who was it that said the only way to eat well in England was to have breakfast 3 times a day?
I've no idea. His odds on it was the last thing he ever said.
Where are we meeting this man of yours?
Oh, his favourite bistro. He generally indulges in a little coffee and croissants about this time. Oh, we've got a ticket.
Bacon sandwich and a large tea with that, please, George.
You're Arthur Daly's minder, aren't you?
That's right. Good name.
I heard a couple of youngsters caught you on the hop. That'd be how you got that arm, I suppose.
No. Had this arm all my life.
Speak of the devil.
Hey, leave that. Terry, come on.
That's right. Let's not keep him waiting.
Terry, this is Mr. Matthews I was telling you about.
Nice to meet you.
Do you mind explaining that?
What? Oh, that? Oh, no, slight mishap. Nothing serious. 100% otherwise, eh, Terry?
Yeah, I'll get the plaster off in a week.
Hold a hand, will you?
There's obviously been a misunderstanding. I thought I'd impressed upon you, Daly, the seriousness of this job. We're talking about moving diamonds worth tens of thousands of pounds. We're talking about safeguarding them against experienced, violent criminals. And you bring me a man with a broken arm?
Mr. Matthews, please.
It's not good enough, Daly.
Just leave us for a minute, Terry, will you? Look, Mr. Matthews, I quite understand your reaction.
Ow!
Wait. Mr. Matthews, I quite understand your reaction. In fact, it is exactly what I expected. But you see, it's his pride.
Bacon sandwich and a tea without, please, George.
I mean, I try to tell him, but coming from you, he might take notice. Now, meanwhile, Mr. Matthews, rest assured I will have 100% operative with you first thing tomorrow morning.
With all limbs intact.
Without a blemish, Mr. Matthews, without a blemish. Stand on me. Thank you. Well, you blew that, didn't you? God, look at the state of this place. You always were a bit of a beatnik at heart, weren't you? Oh.
Your mate didn't seem too happy, did he?
Well, I'm afraid you, or rather we, lost ourselves a nice little earner there. The wages from that job would have spoiled the cut of your soup, that's for sure.
Yeah, well, back to normal next week.
Well, I think we'll have to consider you off sick from now on, Terry.
With sick pay?
What? Sick? But that's not what you call sick, is it? That's more your self-inflicted.
Self-inflicted?
You can't expect money for that, my son. I must go. I've got to see Lenny Bowman.
What you seeing Bowman for?
No, just keep it in the swim, Terry. Just keep it in the swim. I believe he's opening a string of discount massage parlours.
Discount? No, him, it's probably self-service.
Yeah, that'd be enough of that.
Oh.
Next. Take us out, Ella. Can I help, sir?
Tell Lenny Arthur Daly's here, will you? I gave him a ring earlier.
Oh, take us here, Mr. Daly.
Come. Always had very good taste, did Lenny? Very impressive, I must say. I'll get one of my bad days with my back. I'll be very tempted to get one of you young ladies to come and sort it out for me.
This way, Mr. Daly.
Oh, yes, sorry.
Arthur, house tricks.
Oh, not so bad, Lenny, not so bad. Hey, nice bunch of girls. What you doing, staffing your massage parlours?
What? Oh, no. Hiring a new ticker.
Accountant?
Always employ women these days, me old son. They work harder and they don't booze it up. You any good at this?
Nah.
My turn with a black car, Vern. Now then, Arthur. How can I help?
Well, thing is, Lenny, my boy Terry's got himself in a bit of a scrape. He's what you might call horse to combat at the moment. Just when I need a bit of impressive muscle. And everybody knows you've got a lot of good boys, Lenny.
Get it back on the track, Vern. Get it back on. So you fancy borrowing one of my boys?
Yeah.
No problem, Arthur. I'll tell you what, you could have Vernon here for a couple of days. He could do with an outing. For crying out loud, when are you going to get the hang of this, Vern?
I'm sorry, Mr. Daly.
Shall we say, pony a day, Arthur, eh? We'll settle up after.
Yeah, all right. Very grateful, Lenny.
Not forgetting expenses, me old son. My boy does like his grub, so keep him well fed. Oh, and Vern does all the driving. He can't stand being a passenger.
I better shoot, I suppose.
Have another with me, Terry.
No, I've got to sort out my motor with Des.
Go on and have one for the road.
No, I'm all right, thanks.
Yeah, Terry, if you're ever a bit on the boracic side, your credit's good down here, you know.
Oh, cheers, Dave, but I don't want to start running up slates.
I just want you to know, that's all.
Is there anything else you want me to know?
You'll laugh. It's dead comical, really, but I heard Arthur is going around with one of Lenny Bowman's boys.
Eh?
I thought it would amuse you.
Well, no, Arthur had a meeting with Bowman. Nah, somebody probably just clocked him.
He's got one of Bowman's boys grafting for him.
Arthur? On a bowman scheme? Leave it out. It's probably earning more than Arthur is already.
I thought it would make you chuckle.
We meet here at 3 minutes to 11. I've already walked the route. It should take no longer than 7 minutes.
Never make appointments on the hour. Very professional, that. We'll be here on the dot.
Your presence won't be required, Daly. Less people involved, the better.
Oh, fine, fine. Well, how about spot of lunch?
Good idea. Very kind of you, Daly.
May I make a suggestion, Mr. D?
Oh, something wrong with the arrangements, Vern?
Oh, no. It's about lunch. There's this new treat out west that I'm dying to try. They do this dill mayonnaise with Dublin Bay prawns, and a pal of mine says you can get Dom Perignon 73 for 18 quid a throw.
18 quid?
Excellent idea, Vernon. We can't afford to pass up a bargain like that, can we, Daly?
No.
You're joking?
No, it's true. He's got this geezer Vernon working for him.
Well, it'll be just for the job with the jeweller fella, that's all.
All I'm saying is he could have told me. I mean, people are winding me up down the boozer now.
What? Julian Carroll? Pinky and Perky? Now you're being silly.
Yeah, and then there's Dave trying to dole out a bit of charity without me twigging.
Yeah, he's a good mate, is Dave.
I mean, the old man knows except me.
Well. I never knew they did that.
What?
Fuel pump.
I know what it is. What's it doing in your hand?
Oh, Terry, you've got some problems here. I'll have to pop down to the parts dealer.
Oh, leave it out.
No, I'll need a few hours on this.
Hey?
Tell you what, I'll have it ready
First thing, yeah, I know. God, dear, if my life gets any worse, I'm going to have to ask you to stop helping me.
Well, I must say, Daly, that was an awfully good lunch. I'll see you later.
Oh, look, you got another ticket.
That's Madeira sauce with a poppyette de veau. That was a bit keen, but that's 73. That was sad. Not my saying at all, that. Bit of a sickener, I thought, that.
Oh, dear, I am sorry. Must have been very hard forcing down 2 bottles of the stuff. Oh, for God's sake, Fern, there's no rush.
I bung a bit more air in them back tyres when I get a chance, Mr. D. I can't seem to get this back into drift. Anyway, what's on the cards tonight? Coming back up west, are we?
Tonight? No. Tonight I usually go to bed early with a glass of water and a dry biscuit. Especially if Erling Dawes finds out what I spent on lunch.
Des? Oh, hello, what's this? Clean-up campaign?
Just collecting a few of my personal possessions. Sorry about your motor.
Eh?
You'll have to phone up some Ponzi garage and get them to fix it.
Oh, do you mean you haven't done it yet?
That's right, because I can't get credit. So I can't get parts, so I can't get paid, so I can't get credit. Do you know about cash flow?
Yeah, I know about cash flow. Cash flows to Arthur and then trickles back to me.
Yeah, well, I haven't even got cash trickle. It's dead serious, Terry. Yeah, I could go out and liberate some nice W-Reg Merc, no problem. But I've knocked all that on the head. Oh, bloody hell, Terry. I'm going to end up on wages. I don't know. You try going straight, and what happens? You end up in someone else's inspection pit, paying national insurance and... what's that other bloody horrible stuff? pay as you learn or something.
Well, didn't know it was that serious, mate.
An embarrassment, that's what it is, an embarrassment. Refused credit on a few rotten gaskets.
Wait, listen, I'll tell you what. We go back to that geezer with a Granada, right? We find out where he bought it, then we go and find that punter and get your 250 back. Come on, it's got to be worth a try, innit? Then maybe I'll get my Capri back at last.
Ah, it's no good, Terry. Come on, let's sling our hook.
No, let's give it another 10 minutes.
Or maybe he lives round here. You know, he was going to work. Night shift.
He's been out. Who the bleeding hell lives round here?
I do, actually.
Hang about, what's that?
Hey, that's him, innit? Yeah, that's him. Go on, have a word.
What? No, hold on. Let him get away from the car first. I lost him. But I think he works at a gaff called Porton and Mackey's. Do you know it?
Yeah, it's a big factory. They make pharmaceuticals. You didn't speak to him then?
No, I didn't bother looking for him, you know. Might have caused him bother. I'll pop back again later when he's finished work. In the meantime, let's find Arthur. See if he can sub us, get that Capri back on the road.
Arthur?
He's that desperate, son.
One final precaution. You carry this.
Anything you say, Mr. M?
Right, let's go.
$131. 32, yeah, we're nearly there.
Yeah. Isn't that Arthur?
Yeah, there he is. Come on, move it a bit, Des. Hold on. Arthur! Look, I'll go and catch him. You park up. Hi. Oi, I want a word with you.
Shut up, I want to watch this. Nice, very nice. That is a real McCoy you're watching there, my son. Keep your head down, I'm not supposed to be here. Cover that, neither are you. How the hell did you find me?
I asked Dave, didn't I? He gave me Matthew's address. He told me you were moving some diamonds. And not to tell anyone, because security was essential.
I don't like it, Terry. I don't like it being chased up in the middle of a big job.
I'm sorry about that, but I need to talk to you urgently.
I'm sorry, I'm tied up.
Sorry? Listen, you. I need help, right? Now, do I get it, or do I go back to that jeweller's and tell Matthews all about your security arrangements?
Look, Terence, come on, let's go and have a tincture.
Everybody out, please.
I promise I won't hit you over the head and run away with it.
Please don't try and persuade me it's inferior stuff. I happen to know otherwise.
There's a stone paper on the bench there. Open it. Carefully. You can have any one of those diamonds for it. Go on, choose one. You might make a profit.
They're all rubbish.
So you do know about diamonds. How on earth did you come by this?
I don't understand.
Oh, come off it, Matthews. You're no heroin dealer. Where did this stuff come from?
I was importing diamonds. I had someone walk them through customs.
A mule?
My employee started to work for somebody else. The routes were convenient, you see. One day, I happened to catch her with a half a kilo of heroin taped round her waist.
Quite a windfall.
Do you want the stuff or not?
Oh, I want it all right.
Right. Bring the money to my office this time tomorrow morning.
No offices, no hotel rooms. We do all this in the open, where we can all see who's who and what's what.
Now, look here.
Please, Matthews, you have no choice. Either we follow my methods or we drop the whole matter. And don't forget, the kind of people who lose half a kilo of heroin always find out who's got it in the end. So the sooner you get your money and disappear, the better. Agreed?
Yes, agreed.
I don't see those big Bond Street wheeler dealers coming to a place like this.
All right, that'll do.
Before you start, perhaps you might notify the staff as to today's correct mode of address. Is it Arthur, Mr. Daly? Or perhaps there's been a surprise announcement in the birthday honours list?
Leave it out, Dave. Large vodka slimline and a brace of lagers for these two.
What's all that about?
Oh, Dave here has just discovered satire.
Now listen, you. Two things, right? Now first, why didn't you tell me you were using this Vernon geezer?
Oh, him.
Yes, him. Now, what am I supposed to think when you go round on the sly employing other people, eh? Now, if I ought to be down the job centre, browsing, then you ought to tell me.
Terry, you've got a broken body.
Broken?
I swear to you, it was just a one-off. I didn't think it was worth mentioning. Anyway, he's eating me out of house and home. The way he puts stuff away, there must be something iffy with his insides.
Well, let's leave that for the time being. The second thing, Arthur, is money.
How dare you talk like that? It's hard times for all of us.
That'll be 150, Arthur.
Put it on the slate, Dave.
Nevertheless, the second thing is money.
What for? Pour down the financial black hole known as Desmond's Motor Repairs? Certainly not.
I'll tell you what. You can call it an advance on my next wages, right? Now, if you're not prepared to advance me any wages, I've got to assume that you're not going to get me any employment from now on. In which case, I'm going to go out and find someone else, right?
No. 20.
No. 50. 50 now.
Hello, Mr. D.
Hello, Vern. Meet Terry and Des. What do you want to drink?
Oh, that's very nice. As a matter of fact, I just had a cup of tea up west and it has given my palate a right portion of GBH. Hey, your face behind the bar. He couldn't do me a nice polyfoam on ice, could he?
Well, that sounds nice. I'll have a pint of that.
No, you won't. Come on. In my car.
Take care, Terence.
You worry about yourself, Vernon.
He's touchy.
burning a bleeding lot of oil.
No, you're all right. Just don't do any long journeys.
How long's a long journey?
Oh, say over 5 miles.
You're wonderful, you are,
You're all right.
I didn't mention it before, Daly, but this morning's little effort was something in the nature of a dry run.
Yeah, I'm sorry, Mr. Matthews. I didn't quite catch that.
A rehearsal, Daly. The serious business takes place tomorrow morning. I shall need to see you this evening.
At your office? 8:30?
Right.
Put the corks back in that lot and bung him a nice warm lager.
Excuse me, pal. Now, hold on. I just want to ask you a question about the motor, all right? Then I'll be out of your life forever. Where'd you buy it?
Sutton's on the Harrow Road.
Terrific. Now piss off before I start remembering your mates. But it ain't full of sand. Road dog. Desmond?
Here's to tomorrow.
Cheers.
Vernon?
Oh, back of the net.
We rendezvous here as before?
No. This transaction is being completed well away from here.
Oh, where's that then?
In the country.
Very nice, Mr. Rem.
It's Essex, in fact. I hand over the merchandise at 5:30 in the morning.
5:30? Now, what sort of deal is this?
One that requires privacy.
Just a minute, Matthews. This is getting out of order. I'm full of sympathy for someone who deals in cash and has his books kept by a ghostwriter. But selling diamonds in some field at dawn, that's got to be as bent as a 9-bob note. I don't wish to be associated.
You have no choice, Daly.
Oh, yes, I have. No offence, but I'm going to take an early bath on this one. Come on, Vern. I know where I can buy you a provocative little cod and chips.
I'm sorry, Mr. D.
Yes, Vernon is getting his wages directly from me now.
It's, nothing personal. It's business, you know.
All right, I'll come. Tell me where the meet is, and on my word, I'll be there at 5:30.
You must think I'm an idiot, Daly. Do you think I didn't notice McCann hanging around yesterday? I haven't made up my mind yet whether you're trying to set me up or whether you're just plain stupid. But either way, I'm not letting you out of my sight until the deal has been done. That's why we leave for Essex in 10 minutes. No phone calls, no messages. There's a hotel near the meeting place. We stay there overnight.
Overnight?
God's sake, Dad, you don't think I'm paying you all this money for doing nothing?
No, it's not that. It's her indoors. If I stay out all night again this week, I'm a dead man.
Hello? Oh, hello, Terry. How's the motor?
Died of bleeding death, didn't it? Now, listen. I'm in a boozer called the Duke's Head. Do you know it?
Yes.
Yeah, that's the one, right by the river, yeah.
Oh, it's all right for some.
The thing is, I run into the two chances I had the ruck with. So I'm stuck here with no car. I'm dying for a Jimmy, but I daren't go in case they move on. So what I want you to do...
Terry? Terry, are you there?
Oh, sorry about that, mate. I've just seen another familiar face. Look, get the truck and get round here as sharp as you can, right?
It just wasn't there. Honestly, Mr. Merrick, I don't think he made the drop.
I hope it has never entered your heads to try and rip me off.
No way would we do that, Mr. Merrick.
Very well. Go and check whether he made the drop. I trust him. Whatever he says will satisfy me.
Bloody country is always dark at night, to mention but one of its many drawbacks.
I understand this particular hotel gets a mention of Michelin Guide.
Oh, yeah? Do a nifty tyre change, do they? I'll tell you one thing. I hope they've got an intensive care unit. That's what we're going to need if Vern goes on driving like this.
I do we should stop moaning, Daly.
And what annoys me is I'm stopping out all night and I'm not even having a good time.
Terry?
They're over there in the far corner.
Right. It's open. Anybody around here got a blue Cortina? V registration?
Yeah, why?
I think I saw a fella just trying to break into it.
The drop was made, Michael. Now go and fetch your friend. Bring him back here so we can sort this out.
Oi, I think your mate chased him round that corner.
Mick not coming?
What are you doing with my car?
Don't you remember me? You danced on my hand.
Bad time to bother me with that rubbish.
Now, don't get aerated. I've got something you need. Now, listen. If you're going to have a go, son, you better be convincing. I've played with the grown-ups. Oh. Sunshine! Yeah! You gonna let me have the stuff? You scratch my back, and I'll resist the temptation to jump on yours. So let's talk, eh? Now, what's your governor doing with this Matthews bloke?
Yeah. Get stuffed!
You know Matthews. It's a posh geezer. He drives a Range Rover. Drugs, is it?
I don't know, maybe.
No, you'll have to do better than that, son, if you want your gear back.
Yes, it's drugs.
People converge from miles around to delighting a salmon en croûte in pastry crust as light as a feather and supple herb cream sauce.
In fact, people do so much converging, they're usually fully booked down at the last damn sarnie.
How was I to know there was an agricultural fair on?
Still, we got to the meet nice and early. 5 hours early. I tell you, anyone asks me about investing in diamonds, they get a very short answer.
The proprietor suggests hazelnut and bramble meringue gambler.
Will you shut up?
Oh, sorry, Mr. M.
Oh, he's not been in. He's left no messages. And her indoors has been on a blower 3 times already.
Listen, if he does get in touch, tell him to phone me immediately. It's urgent, right? Got it? Come on. It's serious, Dave.
I've got to see a man about a dog.
You want me to go with him, Mr. M?
That's very kind of you, Vernon, but I am one of those people who can't do it while he's being watched.
The main road's a long way off, Daly. And even if you find it, you'll be too late.
You think I'm going to do a Captain Oates? Well, I'm coming back to this nice warm car, even if I do have to share it with you two.
Cheek.
Please don't let it be vandalised.
Hello, Dave. It's Arthur. Yeah. Terry said what? No, I can't hear, Dave. I can't hear. Listen, it's her indoors. Oh, my God, she hasn't. Well, look, I can't face it myself. Well, make something up, for crying out loud. What? Oh, all right. 2 miles north of Great Averham on the B1275.
Noticed I'm beating you with one hand. Hello? What? Yeah, Dave, yeah? Where? Yeah, all right, mate, yeah, thanks a lot. Yeah, I'll see you soon. Yeah, cheers, ta-da. He's only somewhere in Essex, isn't he?
Gold! Good morning, Cinderella.
Good morning.
Gold!
This is dead familiar. I reckon we've been here before.
We have. 10 minutes ago, only from the other direction.
Here come your punters, Matthews.
3.
We'll meet in the middle, all right?
Where's Merrick?
In the car.
He knows what he's doing. Look at that bloody mud.
You just start walking.
What a way to buy your jewellery, eh? I'll bet Cartiers don't work like this.
Put the briefcase on the ground.
I want to see the money.
Put the briefcase on the ground, then you can see the money.
Oh, my God.
Now turn around and start walking.
Merrick!
I'll do your kneecap, son, if you don't shut it.
Come on. Yeah, best do as he says. Come on.
Stop there.
Over here. Stick him in there.
No! Not in there! Alan!
Son, that's nice and cozy, isn't it?
Alan! Take it up! Let me down! Don't leave me alone with these men, I beg of you! Burn and I'll pay you even more money! Anything you want! Please don't leave me with these men!
Hey, what about the diamonds?
Diamonds, you didlo. It's heroin, innit?
It's what?
Yeah, that would really ruin the cut of your suit, wouldn't it?
Oh, my God, let's get out of here.
Let's...
Right. Hang about, fellas. I'll go and telephone the AA. Oi!
Don't tell me. This is one of those grotty little cafes that actually serve fantastic food. And Richard Burton comes here at dawn for egg and chips, right?
All in one, Vern.
The geezer said he could only manage 110, so I said we'd leave it at that.
Well, in that case, I can only bung you a tenner. Sorry.
Now, where have I heard that before?
What you lot having, Annie?
He only makes one of those a day, does George?
What's these little black bits on the eggs here? Troubles?
No, nothing nasty like that, Vern. It's burnt fat.
Come on, Vern. Back of the net.
You don't mind if we move to another table, do you, Vern?
Bon appetit.